Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? My name's Michaela, and if you haven't met, then my name's Michaela. This is my YouTube channel. Welcome. So today I'm going to be telling you guys about my experience with Greek life. So I'm just going to start this video off by saying this is just my experience, this is just my opinion, so don't come at me if you get offended. This is just my perspective of Greek life and what it is, so you can take from it what you will. So I'm just going to begin by saying I don't regret going into Greek life. I don't regret giving it a shot. I think if you're interested in it, you should give it a shot, regardless of what I say or regardless of my experience. So let's just start from the start. I rushed, which means to view all the sororities, and then it's kind of like this process where they have to want you and you want them, whatever. So I honestly don't know if I would have gone into it if it wasn't for my best friend. I mean, honestly, I did want to go into it, but I don't know, it was definitely mostly my best friend who was like, oh my gosh, we gotta freaking rush, I want to be in a sorority, da 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 da. So I go into it with her, and then coincidentally we both, I mean, it's not really like that much of coincidence because we wanted to be together, but we got in the same sorority and it was freaking lit. It wasn't actually my first pick, but looking back, it definitely was the sorority that fit me best, because the sororities that I wanted to be in honestly were too cool, calm, and collected for who I am as a person. The sorority that I was put into, the girls were really crazy and funny and fun, so honestly I did fit into that sorority well, so it was good that my best friend and I both ended up being in that sorority. So even though I thought it was fun and the events and everything were cool to do and it was fun to be a part of something, I didn't stay in it. I was only in a sorority for 2 semesters, and you're probably wondering, why did you drop? So there's 2 reasons why I dropped. One pretty big reason, and then other reasons that kind of just confirmed, nah, this is just not for me. So I'm gonna tell you the 99% reason, and then I'll tell you the 1% reason. So there's this event that my sorority was hosting, and pretty much we're just supposed to be talking to the guys, answer any questions they have. So there are 2 things that I have to explain that happened that kind of seem irrelevant, but you'll understand once I explain it. So I have a very goofy, crazy personality. You guys probably haven't seen that so far because I'm still coming out of my shell, but with people that I'm comfortable with, I'm freaking weird, and I just don't really care what people think. So the first thing that happened, so my big, which is the person that's been in the sorority before I came, they're just supposed to mentor you. My big and I were just walking through the event, whatever, and we were laughing about some inside joke, just said a word weird, and then we just thought it was really funny. So I don't remember what the word was, but we were kind of just saying it to each other da 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 da. I don't even know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but it was just an inside joke, and we were just laughing to ourselves. We were just having a good time, and there were some fraternity kids that I knew, so I wasn't out of my element. We were laughing, and then we were saying whatever that funny word was out loud to people. We're da 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 da. It was just funny, you know, nobody else gets the joke, but you guys get the joke, and you're just laughing so hard. And then the second thing that I have to explain, my big was giving a little speech during the event, and my best friend had just come up to me and gave me a hug, but one of those tight hugs that kind of make you step back, you know? It was just such an embracing hug. So then I'm just chilling, whatever, talking to this group of people, and this girl that I've never seen before in my entire life, didn't know her name, literally never seen her before, she comes up and taps me on the shoulder, and she's like, I need to talk to you. And I was like, okay. And she like brings me to the side of the building away from everybody, and she says to me, the way that you're acting is not appropriate with insert our sorority standards, so I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. And I was like, what? Like, what do you think? And she's like, I was like, do you think I'm drunk or something? Like, I don't understand what you're saying that gives you a reason to make me leave. She's like, I'm not discussing this with you. You need to leave right now. And I literally just had to like leave the event for no reason. Like, I didn't do anything wrong, and I was very hurt by this because it's like pretty insulting when somebody, okay, when it's like a sisterhood, you guys are sisters and like you're in this together, let's talk it out, like let's work it out, like we're family, and then somebody just takes my personality and just twists it into saying that my personality means I'm drunk just because I'm outgoing and funny and weird. So that was pretty offensive, and I left the event just like crying, walking back to my dorm. So I forgot to say that she vaguely told me what she thought. She said that I was screaming at fraternity boys, which I was not screaming, I was just loudly talking. And she said that when I was hugging my best friend, I was stumbling over and I was like falling over, which was not true. I literally just took a step back. So then the girl that kicked me out of the event, even though she didn't say to me whether she thought I was drunk, and she wouldn't talk it out with me, but she goes to my twin, which is the other girl that my big took in. She goes to my twin and is like, yeah, so Michaela was like so drunk. So my twin goes to two of my friends and is like, Michaela was so freaked up at the event last week, and they're like, she wasn't drunk, like we saw her at the event and we know that that's her normal personality. But she says that, and then my friends come and like tell me like, yo, your twin is spreading around to people in our sorority that you were like so drunk and you got kicked out of the event because you were so drunk. So I go up to her and I'm like, yo, why are you telling people that I was drunk when like you know I wasn't drunk? And let me just say this, I was super excited coming out of high school to be able to get away from like the drama and the gossip and all like the little petty situations that happen, you know, like petty people, drama, all that. I don't do that. Like, I don't like drama. I don't like having altercations with people at all. Like, I just want to be nice to you and I want you to be nice to me, and like we can all get along, you know? Like, there's no reason for people to be like talking badly about each other. And then coming into the sorority, I felt like I was back in high school again, and on top of that, I was paying thousands of dollars for that to happen. She ended up denying the whole thing. I was like, there's nothing I can do, like, I know you said it, but you're gonna deny it, so whatever. So the other 1% of the reason why I dropped the sorority is just because I pretty much had like no free time where I could just do things for myself. This is not in all sororities, but in my sorority specifically, if you didn't go to an event, then you would be charged like 25 or 50 or 100 bucks. And there was no excuse for work. So if you had work, which there were some times where I had work and like I missed events, and I was charged literally $100. It's just like a lot of it. I was just like, what is the point? Like, and I'm not saying that there's no point or like there's no good that comes out of Greek life, but just some of the things that they made us do and that were mandatory to do was like, why? Like, for example, many times you would just have to go to some restaurant. You would have to buy some food at that place, and then you'd have to sign your receipt to show that you were there, and then turn it into this little basket. Like, there are people there collecting your receipts just for, like, I don't even know. It was to, like, raise money, I guess. But it was like all the time. Like I would have to buy food or buy something from a place that I didn't even want to eat because you had to get a certain amount of points during the semester, or you would have to go to standards, which means like you would get in trouble because you weren't like doing what you had to do in the sorority. And like I understand, you know, the point of sorority or the point of Greek life is to raise money, but so much money was put into being in Greek life each semester, and like literally none of the dues that had to be paid to be in the sorority, none of that money goes to charity. Again, of course, I understand that there are events and this and that, and like you need money to do different things. I don't know, like fun, you know, trips or whatever, but it was like for the amount of money that I was paying for it, I just thought like, why am I paying money for this? Like if I want to actually make a difference in the community, I can go to a soup kitchen, and I know for a fact they are benefiting greatly from me doing that. And like paying like the thousands of dollars, the only money that would go to charity was when you would like raise money during events. But even then, so it's like you don't really know where that money is going. Like it could be going to whatever cause they say that it's going to, but you don't know if it's just a little bit of that money or whatever. Again, I'm not trying to say that Greek life is just like a whole scam or anything like that, but in my opinion, I would rather save my time and my money and just do things that I know for a fact is actually making a difference than to be spending like $3,000 a semester and like I don't even know where like all that money is going to. This is just my opinion again, so please don't get offended or like, you know, say that I'm like bashing Greek life, but like one of the things that we would be charged for was Greek housing, and on my campus we didn't even have Greek housing, and like apparently that money was for future Greek housing. What? Like people are paying money for something that they're not even like I don't know, in my head it's just like so much money is like going towards like the corporation. The people at the very top who I guess created everything, I don't know, but I'm not gonna like ramble for 80 years, but since I dropped being in a sorority, I've never regretted it. I still talk to and am friends with people that I met in the sorority. Even though I'm not in the sorority anymore, they're still my friend and like I can still hang out with them. And now I have a lot of time for myself to just do things that personally benefit me and are good for myself and my future. I don't regret doing it. I don't regret dropping it. It was all an experience, just like everything in life is an experience. You know, you'll never know until you try it. So hopefully I didn't say anything that made you not want to try it. Again, this whole story and like my perspective of it is just my perspective. It's just what I went through, but I have a lot of friends who still love it. They don't think about dropping or anything like that. I guess I just, you know, had the experience that I had and it made me not want to do it anymore, but I would never like regret actually giving it a try, even though it didn't work out. You know, there are things that you get from everything that you do, every experience that you go through, even if that experience is not good, you still gain insight on things, you learn things that you didn't know. You know, I made friends that I didn't have before, so yeah. So that was my experience doing Greek life. I hope this video was maybe like informative to you, or I don't know, just gave you like another perspective of what it's like. It's not really all roses and flowers and, you know, whatever that it might seem like when you view sororities and everything on social media, but if you have any questions about my experience in Greek life and what it's like, then just let me know in the comments below and I will answer any questions you guys have. So yeah, just let me know guys if you have anything to ask. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I see you in my next video. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.